Hello everyone. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Adam Gökçe. I was working as a computer science teacher more than 3 years in the USA. I received one of the generic scenario from my university as an instructional designer. The generic scenario is that we noticed two students rarely participate in the course activities. When they do participate, most of their results are below average. Today, I would like to focus on this problem by using my personal and professional experience. When we search and explore that kind of problem on the internet, we can easily find a bunch of similar problems. That is why I want to implement scientific result in order to solve this problem as well. Besides, if we are working as a person who is an educator, tutor, instructor, and master, we are all my target audience. I would like to enlighten this common scenario by using my background, experience, and knowledge. If you have any different ideas and thoughts about this scenario, please feel free to put your contribution and comment below. I am an open-minded person. We should benefit from all different background and experience in order to come up with the unique and useful solution for our desired goal. I hope that it is going to be great and useful video for all educators in order to implement in our real life. When we start to create a new course, we should try to use right activities, assessment, and learning engagement. If we do not come up with right methods and techniques for our learners, it is going to be a problem and includes full of challenge and struggles for our target audience. That is why when we focus on the course evaluation research plan, we notice how important of pre-module, in-module, and post-module in order to create solid and right course component from beginner to end. In this video, we would like to just focus on the in-module component in order to build right solution based on the given scenario. Before jump on my own ideas and techniques, I want to share a few scientific data here. It helps and shape our ideas and thoughts in order to reach the desired goal. As cited in Weavers and Q 2005, there is a wide spectrum of the factors affecting student participation, including class size, faculty authority, age, gender, student preparation, or students' emotions such as confidence or fear. Another scientific result is created by English teacher Shah 2009 found the reason for not participating include difficulty of lesson content and unusability of activities or methods for activating and encouraging students, lack of a cooperative, supportive, and secure class environment. When we analyze each different component under this topic deeply, we definitely find a lot of useful solutions and ways. As you see that there are no one effect, they are really different aspects related to a given topic. I think that when we start to implement right techniques, we can easily gather data, and then based on the collected data, we can come up with our own suggestion and solution in order to engage some of the less participated students in our course. When we analyze each different scientific result data deeply, we should realize that some of the common prevention is related to classroom environment and others related to personal self-confidence and self-esteem. That is why I would like to consider two different techniques. They are testing and interview. I would like to express their importance one by one in this session. Besides, I want to highlight why the testing technique is useful in order to collect more solid data from our learners. Testing technique. Testing helps us to collect data from our learners. As an instructional designer, when we implement the test, we have a few expectations from our students throughout the course. What they are supposed to learn and what did learn. We can easily figure it out that reality. How much missing knowledge there is, we can easily understand. Which units are not understood or not, it helps us to understand what biggest challenge is in our test. It is an amazing opportunity to check their understanding by applying test technique in our course. In other words, it is called achievement test which measure how much each student has learned about a particular subject rather than the general ability for learning. Moreover, most of the other institutions try to implement achievement test technique in order to evaluate their learners' academic progress. We should rely on academic progress based on achievement test technique. It helps us in order to collect specific data from our learners. When we analyze their missing subject, we have a chance to give more specific and right feedback from our learners. When we start to increase communication with less participating students by using that kind of feedback, it helps them to close knowledge gap remarkably. When they learn all missing topics and subjects, they feel more comfortable and relaxed in order to increase their own participation on the course. Interview. The interview is a really useful method to communicate with someone else. Especially as an instruction or teacher, it helps us to collect meaningful data from our learners in order to review course component. Sometimes it is really hard to figure it out what exactly the problem is amongst the students who has less participation. Most of the times, teacher just would like to provide test technique in order to collect data from our learners. It is not totally true way, but both techniques have a different purpose and importance of the education. We cannot collect some of the useful data by using just test technique, vice versa. That is why we would like to implement both of them in order to collect more specific data from our learners. The interview helps us to investigate issues deeply when we start to communicate with our students. They may feel more comfortable and close during the interview. As an instructional designer, we should provide confidentiality. When we gain their trust, we can collect more data, whatever we need about any specific issue from our learners. We have to come up with that kind of reliable ground for them. To put in a nutshell, as an instructional designer, I would like to provide two different methods in order to collect large and reliable data from our students who have less participation in my course. Test and interview techniques help us to gather different data from our learners. That is why I would like to implement two different techniques. Each of them has a different importance when we need to collect data from our desired goal. I think that when we collect all the useful data, we can easily come up with our specific solution based on a specific problem. However, I would like to highlight the importance of the group working and collaboration for both online and offline course. When we assign someone else from our course for fewer participating students, they can engage and push each other forward more than any different techniques. As a computer science teacher, I realized that kind of similar techniques in my classroom as well. I did assign some of the students each other in order to push and help forward. It was a great way to overcome that kind of problem suddenly. That is why I definitely suggest for everyone to implement these techniques in their course. Thank you so much in order to bear with me during the video. Have a great day all.